Hold on to your seats because what I'm about to reveal is going to make your jaw drop and your notifications blow up. Imagine this. One of hip-hop's most notorious power players, 50 Cent, allegedly playing puppet master behind the scenes, manipulating careers, marriages, and reputations like a villain straight out of a Netflix drama. And who's caught in the crossfire? None other than Papoose and Remy Ma, two of the most respected names in the game, suddenly thrust into a whirlwind of secrecy, betrayal, and power plays that sound too wild to be real. Except, according to insiders, it might just be. Now, picture this. Secret footage, hours upon hours of hidden recordings, and explosive claims that could rewrite hip-hop history. Is it manipulation? Is it revenge? Or is it just another day in the life of the 50 Cent empire? And let's be real. How deep does this rabbit hole go? Can Remy Ma even believe what's coming? Can Papoose survive the storm of public scrutiny and social media chaos? Stay tuned, because this scandal isn't just a story. It's a full-blown hip-hop catastrophe, and you do not want to blink. You won't believe what's coming next, because the deeper you dig into this, the more twisted it gets. Let's start with the basics. Jaguar Wright is back with a vengeance, claiming she has hours upon hours of footage exposing the hidden empire of 50 Cent. And when I say hidden empire, I'm not talking about music deals or record contracts. I mean manipulation, power plays, and the kind of backstage chaos that would make even the most hardened reality TV star blush. Sources say Jaguar has meticulously compiled over 140 hours of videos, some allegedly purchased from insiders who worked for 50 Cent years ago, and some obtained under circumstances that raise eyebrows. Every clip, every snippet, supposedly paints a picture of 50 Cent operating like a chess master, moving pieces around without anyone knowing the full game. And guess who's stuck in the middle of it all? None other than Papoose and Remy Ma, whose reputations are suddenly being questioned in ways fans never imagined. Let's break it down. 50 Cent, a man who has made headlines for everything from his beefs with other rappers to controversial social media antics, allegedly took his influence to new heights behind the scenes. Insiders claim that he was not just a player in the rap game, but a silent strategist who orchestrated moves to elevate his own brand while simultaneously limiting the opportunities of others around him. Jaguar Wright alleges that Remy Ma, once seen as a queen of her craft, was entangled in this web, whether knowingly or unknowingly. The claims suggest that strategic partnerships, business deals, and even personal relationships were leveraged for maximum control. It's the kind of stuff that, if true, could make headlines in the New York tabloids for weeks. Sources hint at lavish spending, private jets, secret meetings, and whispered negotiations, all designed to keep certain people in line while the puppet master pulled strings from the shadows. And here's where it gets even juicier. A Jaguar Wright insists that some of the footage captures interactions that most fans could never imagine. She alleges that 50 Cent was not merely advising or guiding, but actively influencing personal decisions that could make or break careers, marriages, and friendships. There are claims that Papoose, widely respected for his lyrical skill and street credibility, might have been manipulated into scenarios that weren't entirely in his control. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's choices, including her marriage and business alignments, are now under scrutiny, with whispers suggesting that certain alliances were maintained for protection, power, or advantage, rather than loyalty or love. And while social media has been buzzing with reactions, Jaguar Wright promises that this documentary won't just drop hints. It will deliver alleged proof that fans, haters, and industry insiders alike won't be able to ignore. Imagine being at the center of an industry where perception is everything, and suddenly every move you made is questioned. The alleged footage reportedly shows more than just casual conversations. It allegedly exposes strategic planning sessions, discussions on how to handle competition, and moments where influence was allegedly wielded in ways that could be construed as ethically, legally, and morally questionable. Anonymous sources claim that 50 Cent's lawyers and business associates, including figures with decades of industry experience, appear in some of these recordings. According to Jaguar, some clips allegedly hint at manipulation of media narratives, orchestrated leaks, and even tactics that sound like something straight out of a crime thriller. Fans who have followed these artists for years are reportedly shocked at the possibility that everything they thought they knew about behind-the-scenes dynamics might have been carefully curated to serve someone else's agenda. And while the public reels from these claims, the social media storm has already begun. Hashtags are trending, fan theories are circulating, and online communities are buzzing with speculation. Some commenters are defending Remy Ma and Papoose, insisting that nothing could possibly be as nefarious as Jaguar Wright claims. Others are demanding that 50 Cent respond, pointing to old interviews, throwback tweets, and cryptic Instagram posts that now seem to take on a new, potentially incriminating meaning. And in true viral fashion, snippets of Jaguar's statements have been shared and reshared, often with dramatic captions like, "You won't believe what 50 Cent did," or "Remy Ma can't even believe this." It's exactly the kind of sensational material that fuels YouTube commentary channels, late-night panels, and endless meme threads, keeping the controversy alive while everyone waits for the supposed footage to drop. But let's pause for a second and think about what's really being suggested here. If even a fraction of Jaguar Wright's claims are accurate, we're talking about a seismic shakeup in hip-hop. Not just in terms of relationships and personal reputations, but industry-wide. There are allegations that contracts were influenced, artists' careers were deliberately stalled or accelerated, and loyalty was commodified in ways that are almost hard to believe. Imagine walking into a meeting where your success, your brand, and your public image are subtly being decided by someone else, someone who smiles while plotting moves you may never see coming. According to Jaguar, this is exactly the kind of environment she was documenting, capturing moments that might otherwise never reach the public eye. And if her claims hold weight, it could mean the difference between reputational ruin and strategic survival for everyone involved. It's important to note that while all of this is explosive, much of it is still in the realm of allegation. There are no confirmed court cases, no official investigations released to the public, and none of the footage has been independently verified. Yet, the power of suggestion, combined with the weight of Jaguar Wright's statements, is enough to send shockwaves through fan communities. People are asking, did Papoose really know? Was Remy Ma truly complicit? How far did 50 Cent's influence reach? And while the answers remain unclear, the speculation itself is fueling a frenzy. Every old interview, throwback Instagram post, and cryptic lyric is being dissected under a microscope, as if every word could potentially corroborate the allegations. And let's not forget the human element. The drama, the betrayal, the tension that makes stories like this go viral. Fans aren't just curious. They're invested. They want the inside scoop. They want the secrets. They want to see the chessboard laid bare, and according to Jaguar Wright, she's delivering exactly that, promising an exposé that doesn't hold back, and doesn't sugarcoat, and certainly doesn't let anyone off easy. Whether it's lavish parties, late-night meetings, or whispered conversations captured on tape, every alleged detail is designed to shock, entertain, and provoke. The implication is clear. No one is safe from scrutiny, and no move goes unnoticed in the world Jaguar is exposing. So buckle up, because what started as an allegation has already exploded into a full-blown narrative that's captivating fans across platforms. Discussions about trust, power, and manipulation are dominating feeds, trending lists, and comment sections. People are asking, if this is true, what does it say about the industry we love? And how could someone wield this much influence behind the scenes without anyone noticing? And as the anticipation builds, the stakes get higher. According to Jaguar Wright, the next few weeks are going to redefine what fans think they know about, 50 Cent, American rapper, Ma, American rapper, and Papoose. And now we dive even deeper into the labyrinth of secrets and schemes, where every whispered conversation and shadowy meeting allegedly paints a picture of manipulation that could make Hollywood producers jealous. Sources who spoke exclusively to Jaguar Wright, some claiming to have been inside 50 Cent's inner circle, describe scenes that sound straight out of a movie. Picture this: private jets parked on tarmacs under the cover of night, luxury hotel suites where deals were allegedly brokered over champagne and caviar, and rooms filled with industry power players who knew exactly how to play the game and how to make sure others stayed in check. According to insiders, a Papoose was often caught in these spaces, sometimes knowingly complicit, sometimes bewildered by the maneuvering of the empire he was trying to navigate. And Remy, whose public persona has always been one of control and confidence, is now reportedly being portrayed as someone who was both empowered and manipulated, walking a fine line between influence and exploitation. Leaked reports that Jaguar Wright claims to have obtained detail meetings, strategy calls, and even casual conversations that, if authentic, suggest a system of orchestration designed to maintain dominance. Imagine confidential business contracts allegedly being adjusted behind the scenes to benefit 50 Cent while creating delays or obstacles for anyone else attempting to rise. Let's add to that allegations of guidance that stretched beyond professional advice and veered into personal territory, and you begin to see why this narrative is sparking outrage. Sources hint at instances where relationships were leveraged, loyalty was tested, and favoritism dictated who thrived and who floundered. And it's not just Papoose and Remy. Jaguar's claims suggest that other artists, managers, and even legal advisors were caught in a web of influence that was carefully controlled and meticulously hidden from the public eye. Fans have already started reacting, and the reactions are as polarized as you might expect. Some are defending Remy and Papoose, arguing that even if some manipulation occurred, it's the nature of the industry, a survival of the fittest scenario that happens behind the scenes of every record label. Others, however, are latching onto every word Jaguar Wright has released, interpreting it as confirmation of long-held suspicions about the dark underbelly of the music business. Social media posts with dramatic captions like, 50 Cent's empire of secrets exposed, and did Papoose know everything, are going viral, flooding timelines with speculation, memes, and fiery debates. The narrative has already sparked fan-led investigations, with amateur sleuths combing through old interviews, tweets, and music videos for hidden messages or evidence that could substantiate Jaguar's claims. The alleged extravagance of 50 Cent's operations is another key piece of the puzzle. Imagine mansions equipped with hidden cameras, cars that cost more than some artists' entire albums, and office spaces where the decor screams both power and intimidation. According to Jaguar's sources, these aren't just luxury items. They're strategic tools, creating environments where influence can be exercised subtly yet effectively. And here's the kicker. Some of the footage she claims to have captured allegedly shows conversations where lawyers and associates are discussing ways to shape public perception, control media narratives, and quietly handle disputes without them ever reaching public scrutiny. The sheer audacity of these alleged maneuvers, if true, is enough to make even the most seasoned industry observers do a double take. Anonymous insiders also hint at moments of tension and confrontation that could redefine how fans see these artists. One source allegedly described a meeting where Papoose confronted 50 Cent over a perceived slight, and only to find that the situation had been carefully staged to test loyalty or gauge reactions. Another clip, Jaguar claims, shows Remy in discussions that reveal both savvy strategic thinking and moments of vulnerability, caught between personal loyalty and professional survival. The drama isn't limited to these big names. Allegedly, there were numerous players behind the scenes, advisors, assistants, and minor collaborators whose fates were indirectly tied to the whims of the alleged empire Jaguar Wright is exposing. It's a high-stakes chessboard, and every move, every glance, every carefully worded phrase could have ripple effects that no one outside the room could anticipate. And of course, the public can't get enough of it. Online forums are buzzing with speculation. Comment threads read like soap opera recaps, complete with shocking revelations, fan theories, and sarcastic observations. One popular comment read, "So 50 Cent's been playing life like a video game and Papoose just realized he's an NPC?" Which, frankly, captures the collective bewilderment of fans trying to process the alleged scale of manipulation. Others are posting screenshots of Jaguar Wright's interviews, highlighting phrases like, "You won't believe what's on tape," and "everything you think you know is a lie," sparking debates that range from defensive to downright conspiratorial. The narrative, whether fully accurate or not, has become a cultural phenomenon in its own right, illustrating the intoxicating power of scandal in the digital age. And then there's the question of legal and ethical boundaries. The Jaguar Wright claims that some of the footage touches on matters that could be interpreted as shady or even potentially illegal. While no court has confirmed anything, the suggestion alone sends ripples through both the music industry and the court of public opinion. Lawyers allegedly advising these artists are now, at least according to sources, part of the drama. Silent strategists shaping outcomes without ever stepping into the spotlight. Some fans are speculating about potential lawsuits, investigations, and public apologies, while others are just waiting for the first bombshell clip to go viral on YouTube. It's a waiting game, but the anticipation itself is enough to keep people glued to their screens. But let's not forget the human element in all of this. Beyond contracts, influence, and alleged manipulation, there's betrayal, heartbreak, and personal relationships at stake. Papoose and Remy, despite their public images of strength and independence, are suddenly caught in a whirlwind of scrutiny that could affect not just careers, but personal lives. Jaguar Wright's alleged footage reportedly captures intimate moments that reveal conflicting emotions: loyalty versus self-preservation, love versus ambition, trust versus suspicion. And it's precisely this mix of scandal and vulnerability that has turned a story about behind-the-scenes power into something far more captivating. A human drama dressed in the glittering veneer of hip-hop celebrity. What's perhaps most fascinating is how this story blurs the lines between reality and perception. Even without official verification, yet the way the claims have spread demonstrates the power of narrative and the appetite for drama. Fans aren't just consuming information, they're dissecting it, analyzing it, and speculating on its implications. Every old video clip, social media post, and interview snippet is suddenly reinterpreted under this new lens of alleged manipulation. And as Jaguar Wright promises to release more footage, the tension only escalates. Will the public see the full picture? Will the allegations hold up under scrutiny? Or is this just another masterclass in viral storytelling, expertly orchestrated by someone who knows exactly how to command attention? The stakes couldn't be higher. According to Jaguar Wright's insider sources, if these allegations gain traction, the consequences could be monumental. Careers could be damaged, reputations tarnished, and alliances shattered. And while it's easy to get lost in the spectacle, the private jets, the hidden meetings, the whispered plots, the underlying message is clear. Power, influence, and control have been the currency of this alleged empire, and everyone involved has been playing a role in the game, whether knowingly or not. And as the story continues to unfold, the public waits, perched on the edge of disbelief and anticipation, eager for the next bombshell, the next twist, the next revelation that could turn everything they thought they knew upside down. And as the social media frenzy grows, one thing becomes undeniable. This is not just another celebrity feud. This is a narrative about influence, betrayal, and power, wrapped in the glitz and glamour of hip-hop, and fueled by the kind of storytelling that makes viewers come back for more. Jaguar Wright's claims, whether fully substantiated or partially exaggerated, have ignited a conversation that transcends music, touching on ethics, loyalty, and the complex dynamics that govern the entertainment world. And with every passing day, as anticipation builds and speculation spreads like wildfire, one question hangs over it all. Who will survive the fallout, and who will be left exposed for the world to see? And now we arrive at the stage where the dust has barely settled, and the implications of Jaguar Wright's explosive claims begin to take on a life of their own. Imagine a world where public perception can pivot on a single clip, where loyalty is measured not in years but in seconds, and where careers could be made or completely destroyed by the blink of an eye. According to insiders, the alleged footage doesn't just tell a story of manipulation and behind-the-scenes strategy, it threatens to unravel the very fabric of relationships and reputations in hip-hop. Papoose, whose career has been celebrated for authenticity and skill, suddenly finds himself under a microscope, his decisions, statements, and even social media posts being analyzed as evidence of complicity or awareness. Remy, meanwhile, is caught in a storm of speculation that blends professional judgment with personal choices, raising questions fans never thought they'd ask. Was she maneuvering strategically, or was she unknowingly playing a role in a far-reaching scheme? The alleged fallout is as dramatic as the claims themselves. Speculation is rampant about potential legal consequences, with commentators suggesting everything from civil suits to investigations by federal agencies. While none of this has been officially confirmed, sources close to Jaguar Wright hint that she is prepared for the release to shake the industry to its core. Imagine lawyers scrambling to prepare statements, PR teams spinning narratives, and fans picking sides with fervor typically reserved for sports rivalries or political debates. One anonymous source supposedly told Jaguar, "If even half of this is true, the industry will never look at 50 Cent the same way again. The chess game he played? People are just starting to see the board." And as the internet explodes with memes, fan theories, and debates, and it becomes clear that the controversy is no longer about a single artist. It's about influence, power, and the high-stakes drama of celebrity life. But the consequences don't stop there. Jaguar Wright's claims suggest that the alleged manipulation extended beyond personal relationships and career trajectories. According to her sources, financial dealings were also part of the equation, with contracts, royalties, and partnerships allegedly influenced in ways designed to consolidate control. Imagine a world where the appearance of generosity and mentorship masks calculated power moves, where every handshake and agreement is a potential trap for those unaware of the full strategy. The speculation alone has sent shockwaves through social media, with fans demanding accountability and analysts poring over publicly available documents and old interviews for any clues that could corroborate the story. The combination of celebrity culture, alleged manipulation, and the tantalizing promise of hidden footage has created a perfect storm that has people talking non-stop. Public reaction has been immediate and intense. On Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, fans are dissecting every word Jaguar Wright has released, creating threads that read like investigative reports. Did Papoose really know? How long has Remy been involved? Is 50 Cent really the mastermind behind it all? These are the questions dominating comment sections, fueled by clips of Jaguar teasing her full documentary. And while some fans dismiss the allegations as sensationalized hype, many are eagerly awaiting the full reveal, speculating that the exposé will be more dramatic than anything previously seen in hip-hop. Even late-night shows and entertainment news outlets are reportedly keeping a close eye, preparing segments that could capitalize on the anticipated frenzy. In other words, the story has already escaped the confines of Jaguar Wright's platform, becoming a full-blown cultural phenomenon before a single tape has officially aired. And let's talk about the personal consequences. According to the claims, the alleged fallout has put immense pressure on Papoose and Remy Ma, both personally and professionally. Rumors suggest that relationships are being strained, loyalties tested, and public personas re-evaluated. If Jaguar Wright's documentary releases as promised, it could force a reckoning within the industry, prompting apologies, clarifications, or even career pivots. Speculation abounds about whether Papoose might reconsider aspects of his personal and professional life if the footage presents his involvement in an unflattering light. Similarly, Remy Ma could face challenges reconciling her public image with the narrative suggested in Jaguar's claims, potentially sparking debates about authenticity, influence, and agency in a world where perception is everything. Industry insiders are reportedly bracing for what could be a cascade of consequences. Some sources suggest that record labels, management teams, and PR strategists are already discussing potential damage control strategies, while others are questioning how much of the alleged footage could have legal ramifications. Imagine executives meeting behind closed doors, trying to anticipate every possible scenario, all while social media spreads speculation faster than any official response could manage. It's a delicate dance of denial, damage control, and preparation for potential backlash. And according to Jaguar Wright, what's on tape could make even the most seasoned professionals rethink their strategies. Meanwhile, the entertainment value of the controversy cannot be understated. Fans are glued to their screens, analysts are hypothesizing about every angle, and influencers are turning the claims into content that generates clicks, likes, and viral moments. According to social media metrics, engagement around the controversy has already eclipsed typical celebrity news cycles, with discussions trending across multiple platforms. Every snippet, every teaser, and every dramatic quote from Jaguar Wright's statements fuels speculation, creating a feedback loop of curiosity, outrage, and anticipation. It's a masterclass in the modern mechanics of virality, where scandal, celebrity, and social media converge to create content that feels immediate, personal, and utterly captivating. And as the countdown to the documentary release continues, the stakes continue to rise. Fans are placing bets on what revelations might surface next. Secret alliances, whispered conversations, financial manipulations, or personal betrayals. Some are predicting that Papoose will issue a public statement, while others suggest that Remy Ma may need to address the allegations head-on. Social media commentators are already framing it as a hip-hop cliffhanger, where every day of anticipation is punctuated by theories, memes, and speculation about what could be revealed. Jaguar Wright, for her part, has remained coy, hinting that the full scope of her footage will be unlike anything the industry has ever seen, promising that both fans and insiders are in for a roller coaster of drama, emotion, and jaw-dropping revelations. And now, as the story approaches its climax, we are left with the ultimate question. What does this mean for the future of hip-hop and the public perception of these major players? If Jaguar Wright's claims are validated in any way, the implications could extend far beyond individual careers, influencing how artists, executives, and fans view the industry as a whole. Trust, loyalty, and transparency, already fragile commodities in the entertainment world, could become central points of discussion, as the alleged footage forces people to reconsider the unseen forces shaping the music they love. And while some will dismiss it as sensationalism, the very fact that the story has captivated millions is a testament to its power, its drama, and its potential to reshape narratives in the public eye. So what should we take away from all of this? Jaguar Wright's documentary, whether fully accurate or partially dramatized, has tapped into something fundamental: our fascination with power, betrayal, and the hidden lives of celebrities. Fans are compelled by the idea that behind the glitz, glamour, and headlines lies a world of strategy, influence, and manipulation that few outsiders ever see. And as the narrative continues to unfold, one thing is clear. This isn't just entertainment. It's a reflection of the complex, the often messy dynamics of the music industry, and Jaguar Wright is promising to show it all, unfiltered, uncut, and unapologetic. Call to action. So here's the question for you, the viewer. How far do you think this empire of secrets actually goes? Is Papoose really caught in a web of manipulation, or is this just another dramatic chapter in hip-hop's ongoing saga? Can Remy Ma survive the fallout of allegations that shake her public image, or is the storm just beginning? And most importantly, what does this tell us about the unseen forces that shape the music, the careers, and the lives of the artists we thought we knew? If you're as shocked as we are, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more breaking revelations, because one thing is certain: Jaguar Wright isn't holding back. And the truth, however explosive, is coming for all of us. Don't blink, because when this footage finally drops, it's going to change everything you thought you knew about 50 Cent, Papoose, Remy Ma, and the hidden world behind the headlines. So here's the million-dollar question. What do you think is really happening behind closed doors? Is Papoose just a pawn in 50 Cent's master plan, or is there more to the story than even Jaguar Wright is letting on? Can Remy Ma survive the fallout of all these explosive allegations, or is her empire starting to crack under the pressure? And seriously, how deep does this rabbit hole go? Are we talking about career-shattering betrayals, secret alliances, or something even darker that hasn't hit the public yet? You need to ask yourself, if this footage actually sees the light of day, what will it do to the hip-hop world as we know it? Are we ready for the full, unfiltered truth, or will it blow up everything fans thought they knew about 50 Cent, Papoose, and Remy Ma? Don't sit back and watch. Get involved. Hit that like button if you're ready for the drama to unfold, drop your wildest theories in the comments, and subscribe for all the breaking news and shocking truths you won't see anywhere else. This story is just heating up, and trust me, you do not want to miss a single moment of what's coming next. Stay tuned because things are about to get explosive.